Good evening everybody and welcome back to EXFL Tier 1. We're here again on this beautiful Friday night for round 17 of 22 of Season 6 here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit in beautiful Singapore. I'm Chaz F1 alone in the commentary box this evening, and just like last week we won't be able to bring you the full race this evening, which I do deeply apologise for, but obviously we kind of are on a shortage of commentators, if you like, and we haven't actually been able to get anyone to finish off the stream. It's going to be the same as last week. I have to go to an event, or for an event, at about 7:45. So just know that we are sorry about that. Hopefully in the future weeks, if this has to happen, then we will be able to get someone in instead. But as you may be fully aware, last night in Tier 2 we had an absolute belter of a race to bring you the Tier 2's 100th Grand Prix, and it was one of the classics, and Thies took the record for 8 wins in a season, which is the most any driver has managed to accumulate in the whole history of Tier 2, and extends the championship lead to Josh Crabtree, who finished 5th overall. However, with the Tier 2 stewarding not done yet, that is not finalised. However, it looks likely that Thies may win. If not, he will at least get on the podium. There's no way he won't finish on that podium. So anyway, 7 drivers have set a lap so far, and Red Fire Tiger is on top by 0.6 of a second to his teammate GSR Asian, and Niels is currently behind by 0.3, and F1 Union on a 38.0. And Mackenzie Stevens is on a 38.1, Sash is on a 39.7, and Wildmat by far and away the quickest lap of the evening, a 1:55.9. Joshua Jack is yet to set a lap, but is about to start one. EXFL Checo also just behind him on track. Voizo has just come into the pit lane after invalidating, and the EXFL Centre is serving his qualifying ban this evening. He picked up 3 incident points for an incident that happened off of the stream just after I had to turn off last week, involving the safety car restart, which caused a lot of debate in the chat. But when isn't it a Tier 1 race without a debate in chat, specifically involving this man right here, Red Fire Tiger, who it looks increasingly likely that he will win the championship. He has an astounding gap out front, 90 points I think it is to F1 Union, and it looks increasingly likely that he will pick up his 2nd World Championship. And I've done my homework. Of course, I didn't realise that last week I was debating whether he has 2 or 3 titles. This will be his 2nd or 3rd title. It turns out this is his 2nd title, but there was news last week from the very inactive EXFL Discord. Bait TV, you may remember, said he does not want Fire to get to 3 championships before him. And could that suggest that he is making a return next season? Of course, we will find out before the start of the season. But it would be good to see these 2 fighting it out. Of course, it wouldn't be good for other Tier 1 drivers who would have to witness their everlasting arguments. But it'd be good for us neutrals in the commentary box, watching them get their elbows out every week. I personally would like to see that. However, I might not be doing this Tiers commentary next season. I might be moving on to tier 2 commentary setting something up here. You know, nothing's finalised, so we cannot speculate. But EXFL Checo did set a lap back then. It is a 38.2, so he puts himself into P6. Joshua Jack is on a lap now too, go through sector 1, so let's go on board with him as we go round this long right-hander. Very easy to hit the wall on the outside there, and now we're onto Rapids Boulevard, the second DRS lane of the lap, and you want to go flat out through here, and then as soon as you get to the sector split, braking nearly just between the 50 and 100 metre board, and again, easy to invalidate on the outside there. But Joshua Jack manages to keep it valid as the McLaren of Sasha moves out of the way, but he does invalidate. I don't know how he's invalidated there, but he does invalidate unless... Yeah, it is invalidation. Finish off line. So Joshua Jack will have to go again to set a lap. Voizo is on a lap and is just actually about to come to... Oh no, he isn't. He's on an out lap. The game's just telling me fibs. Little fibbies. So here he goes, Voizo. This is the start of his lap for real now, as he goes under the huge bridge there over Town 1. I'm pretty sure that's their like highway or something in Singapore. And then you see the Ferris wheel in the background there as you go round the right-hander and onto Rapids Boulevard for the end of sector 1. Oh, sorry about that. I just had to find a cable to my mic because it died in the middle of Voizo's lap. He did spin at the end there, so we'll have to go again at the end of the session. We have just under 5 minutes to go. Sash is invalid as Wild Matt is going on another lap. I'm pretty sure this is an in lap. Don't quote me on that. We'll see with the sector split, but I think it's an in lap. We'll find out actually. Yeah, it's an in lap, 100%. F1 Union also went even closer to Alex, and Niels went ahead of Alex, but also took himself out of the running. I don't know what happened in Anyway, it's kind of, I know this is my catchphrase, but it's kind of that quiet part of the quality session where everyone is finishing off, getting ready for their final flying laps of the session. In Mackenzie's case, this is his final flying lap of the session, so let's go on board with him, as he's the only one out on track at the minute. He goes round the right-hander down into Raffles Boulevard, took that in 4th and short shift to 5th very early. We'll see what the first sector equates to as he goes flat out now. Break just before the 50-metre board and a 10.5 up in the first sector, so a decent improvement so far. Definitely looks like he could get ahead of Wild Matt. That has a little bit of a snap of oversteer coming out of that rather 90-degree corner, and now into the old Singapore sling. Let's see how he takes this. He's very early braking, so he can get a good line through the remainder of this section of the racetrack, and now down into the hairpin. We saw Massa go past Senna here in, I think it was 2011. I don't know. No, it was 12. It was 2012. And now down into sector 3. He's lost a little bit of time. I assume it was from that snap of oversteer earlier on in the lap. So at the minute, staying P6. However, what can he do in the final sector? Can he keep it valid? Can he keep it facing the right way? Can he find more time out of the lap? As under the Anderson Bridge we go. I think that's the Anderson Bridge. No, it isn't. It's not even the Anderson Bridge. This is the Anderson Bridge, I think. Here goes Mackenzie round the final corner. Can he improve on his P6? Coming across the line, he does improve and goes 4 thousandths of a second ahead of Arnold Wild Matt. And into 5th place goes Mackenzie, and that will possibly, most likely be it for him in quali, unless he goes round and starts another lap at the very end. So the next person to do a lap will be Voizo. Is he on the one? No, he's not. Just getting ready to start his final flying lap of the session. So he is about to start. Joshua Jack is also about to start. Sasha 2, I think there's a glitch where as soon as you get into the final sector it says to me that they're on a flying lap. Fire's going particularly slowly in the last sector. He has a minute to get to the line, which I'm assuming he'll do. Yeah, as soon as they get past one specific part of the track, it tells you they're on a flying lap. So it's there. So this is going to really annoy me. Voizo is on a lap. Joshua Jack is already invalidated, so that will be it for Joshua Jack in this session. He won't get a time on the board and will start either 9th or 10th, depending on whether Voizo gets a lap in or not. I think the majority are on a lap now. I don't know where's Nick tonight, actually? I forgot about him. There's F1 Union really committing to the outside of the track there. Was lucky not to get an invalidation there, as he really commits to the outside there. Almost looked like he was going to lose it on the exit of the first corner. But there are 15 seconds to go in quali. Alex will be the last person to set a lap in this session. It will all be down to him as Mackenzie goes into the pits. Niels is already in the pits because he's retired. But let's see what Voizo can do. Joshua Jack is going very slowly to let drivers through. Checkered flag is waving. Mackenzie is done. 37.829 is what he set. Voizo looking to just get a competitive time on the board and get up there. For him, he most likely wants to be in the top 5. Let's see if he can do that, as taking the last sector very cautiously. Used the majority of his ERS, but 6th gear through the final corner and spins it round. So he will start in 10th place. If he can just get a lap on the board, to be fair, he will start in 9th, but he's going to take himself out. Don't do that. You can at least get an extra place. Oh, come on. Voizo will start 10th. The McLaren of Sasha is just about to come to the final corner, but he has invalidated. He will not go any quicker. Joshua Jack is done in this session too. So Red Fire Tiger will be next. He's already 5/10 clear. Looks like he's going to extend that even more as he goes now coming up to the final corner. Voizo's car is still in the barrier on the outside, but Fire will possibly extend his margin at the top. He will by just over a 10th of a second. 36.4 is a brilliant lap to be setting. Here comes F1 Union across the line. He goes P2. What a lap from F1 Union. Here comes EXFL Checo now across the line, goes P5. Very respectable lap there, and now we have I'm a Wild Matt and Alex, who are just about to finish their lap. Wild Matt, can he improve on his time? Comes across the line, goes P6, and here comes Alex. He goes P2. It makes a Mercedes 1-2, but Red Fire Tiger, what a surprise. He's on pole position for the Singapore Grand Prix, and his teammate will start alongside him. And it was very close at the front. 79 thousandths of a second separated the two. And F1 Union 5 tenths behind. But he will be happy with the P3. But Mercedes once again look dominant. As they look to steal the constructors away from Ferrari, who are sat 58 points behind. No, is that 58 points? Yeah, it is. 58 points behind them. And with only one of the Ferraris racing this evening, that gap could open up quite a lot. Well, here we go. I don't think we get a formation lap because of the glitches we've been having. So we're going to get going straight away. As soon as the countdown is... There we go. Right, here we go. The 5 lights are on. 3, 4, 5 red lights at Singapore. And away we go. It seems like Fire has got the better start. My HUD is completely gone. But Fire is going to storm into the lead by the first corner. F1 Union and Alex going side by side. F1 Union just going off the track and staying behind, almost hitting the back of him there. Niels is fourth, and his teammate EXFL Checo has made a good start and is pressuring the rear of him. And I'm a Wild Matt would also be very close to him through the right-hander, and now down Raffles Boulevard. The first proper straight to the lap. Is any opportunity for drivers to make an overtake. 1.2 seconds is the lead for Red Fire Tiger ahead of Alex. And the Mercedes have held position on lap 1 as Sasha has gone round the outside of Wild Matt. Very good move, but Wild Matt is going to stick it back up the inside, and it just doesn't work. And in the end, he loses the place to his teammate Boiso and almost hits the back of him, and he does just make slight contact there. But they all seem to do turn the first couple of corners very cleanly. However, they're going to go side by side, Boiso and Sasha. What a move through the old Singapore sling. For Boiso and up to P6 he goes. What a start. 4 places made up from the AlphaTauri. And Joshua Jack and Mackenzie are also trading places through the hairpin, but Joshua Jack stays behind, and that will allow EXFL Senna a good run on him. Coming into Sector 3, good dive bomb from EXFL Senna, and very clean. They just made contact, and Joshua Jack does tap the barrier there, and hopefully doesn't go away with any damage. But they all seem to have got through quite cleanly, but I think Joshua Jack may actually have wing damage, because he's going he seemed very off the pace through that section of the racetrack, but manages to keep the car going at least. But he's dropped back from the field. He stays out, so obviously doesn't have any damage, but already picking up a 3-second time penalty. So not a good first lap for Joshua Jack at all, but a great first lap for this man here, Red Fire Tiger, 2 seconds into the lead. Already storming off from his teammate GSR, Asian, Alex, of course, as F1 Union has also dropped back from him, and Niels is closing that gap to F1 Union, and maybe soon we will see a move from Niels for 3rd place. F1 Union really trying his best to just pick up all the points he can for Ferrari, but at the minute the Mercedes guys are just taking it away from them. Oh, Neil's just tapped the ball there on the outside. Sorry, I was just trying to fix something out quickly. But 3 second fires on, he's on smoke. Oh, Voido spun. He looked so promising in the first part of the race, and now it's where he was spinning in quali that has caught him out. And Voido once again struggling and dropping back from the field. He can't even get the car out of the wall. But it's all unravelled for Voido on lap 3. Still in this race though, it's not over yet. And will now just try and make... Has he left? I think he might have left. Yeah, he's left, doesn't he? It's quite sad, I won't lie. That is quite sad. Sorry. Yeah, 100% is left. Joshua Jack has managed to catch back up the time that he lost. Yeah, kind of a mixed bag between the mediums and the hards actually, but it seems like it's more of the top guys who have committed to hard tyres. Alex, F1 Union, Niels and Mackenzie also. That's the mediums, probably a contributing factor for Flyers, just outrageous pace. Because he's gained 4.2 seconds on his teammate Alex, and also F1 Union has dropped back massively from Alex, as Niels now has DRS this time around and might look for a move on F1 Union going into the next corner. F1 Union make it difficult for him, but Niels goes to the inside and dive bombs on the inside, and a very clean move from Niels. Up into 3rd place he goes, ahead of F1 Union. Red Bull versus Ferrari, the Red Bull comes out on top, just like real life really. But F1 Union won't give this up easily. He has the other Red Bull very close to the back of him, but might try and go back on Niels. But obviously just hasn't got the momentum to go through. Niels gets the move done and gets into the podium places, and now it might be EXFL Checo's turn to just pile the pressure onto F1 Union slightly. Right, hang on. Yeah, so F1 Union is actually in a party with Niels, so they probably, you know, they're probably talking about this. They're probably just saying, let's be clean with each other. I don't know who the other person, it might be Will, the other person, EXFL Senna. It looks like someone was, Sasha seems to be sliding all over the place. He is still going though in 6th place. Very good start from Sasha, and his teammate is 9th. So McLaren are getting a double points finish at the minute. They will be absolutely, they will be loving that. anyway, I'm just trying to find the standings at the minute. So I want to kind of look towards the midfield, not the top. So I know everyone naturally goes to focus on the top of the championship. However, I think we should give a notice to the bottom towards the midfield. The McLaren boys will actually overtake Williams as it stands for 6th in the standings. Williams on 118, McLaren on 116. And at the minute, McLaren are outscoring Williams, so they will go ahead at the minute. It's also very close for 8th in the standings between I'm a Wild Matt and EXFL Senna. 1 point is in it between them, and Voizo is 3 points off of Senna. Voizo won't pick up a point as it stands, and Wild Matt is going to outscore EXFL Senna as it stands, so will pull away. However, we still have 25 laps to go. That may change, and most likely will, in the middle part and the later part of this race, which I probably won't even be able to do, but you know, we'll get in what we can, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we don't miss out on anything too major in terms of the race itself and the championship and that, if you know what I mean. But I can't lie, I would have gone there. You probably didn't know what I'm talking about, so it's fine. But F1 Union, look, EXFL Chaco did get through, actually, I didn't realise, but F1 Union looks like he might be planning a move back, as he's very, very close. And obviously, there is a short DRS zone here, the third one of the lap. Maybe F1 Union might look at a move through here. He's not close enough by the time they get to the corner. He just seems to be losing time in the apexes of F1 Union. He doesn't seem as confident as the other drivers with speed through the corners. He's just taking it slow, taking it cautiously. That was a little bit of a love tap to the wall there from EXFL Checo. But F1 Union just seems to be taking it smooth, taking it cautiously. May not be as confident with the walls at this track, because there are some drivers who cannot keep it out the wall and cannot keep it out of other drivers, as we saw in Tier 2 yesterday. Some pretty poor driving on show from some drivers. From some other drivers, it was very good racing, and it produced a very good race in general. And you know, you just wish that this could happen in Tier 1. You know, an almost full grid instead of a half grid that we usually see. You know, this is obviously the owners try and do their best to crack down on, you know, the poor attendance and that, and we get that, and there's only so much they can do. They can't, like, force somebody to race, because obviously, you know, that's not great. But the fact that, you know, it's not great, and you know, next season, hopefully, we're looking forward to next season. Because we get good attendance next season. Drivers coming up from Tier 2, of course, new drivers coming in all together. So yeah, you know, it's usually better towards the start of the season. And it just, that's an ambitious move there from EXFL Senna. He gets it done cleanly on Mackenzie and is up into 8th place, turned into Senna himself there. As he goes for it to Zem Stevens, and that was never going to end well. And Mackenzie has ended up in the wall and taken EXFL Senna with him. That is wing damage to Mackenzie, and also a lot of time lost for EXFL Senna. They're not going to be, both of them won't be happy with that. Mackenzie won't be happy with the move into the hairpin, but will rightly not be happy with that move into the right-hander, and that's lost him a lot of time, and it's also lost M. Stevens part of his wing. Yeah, he's definitely struggling and will go into the pits. I don't know what he was doing there. If he wasn't happy with the move, he could have just sent it into the stewards and got him a penalty for it, not done something equally as bad. You know, it wasn't even that bad. Like, they made slight contact, but it wasn't enough to take it out. So, no, that wasn't great. But Well, anyway, right, so, this train's still intact, albeit with only 3 drivers in it now, as Joshua Jack taps the wall again. He's not been very good at keeping his car out of the wall today. And again, struggling, well, anyway, are we going to see a move from Matt on Sasha soon? Isol Checo and F1 Union have also got onto the back of... They've already got to the back of Niels again, so there's also that to consider. I'm just taking the bottom off of my prime bottle, but oh well. But the prime's actually banged. It's overrated, but it's actually nice. Like, anyway. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the F1. The F1 that's unfolding right in front of us right now, actually. So, I may as well go back to talking about that. Joshua Jack gets another 3-second time penalty. Is that his second now, or his third? Yeah, it's third. 9 seconds after 10 laps. You know, you can't be very happy with that. I don't know when the medium runners will actually go into the pits. I'm assuming it will be in the next few laps, because it was around this point, or in a couple laps time in Tier 2 yesterday. So, you know, that is my question, when will they pit? Fire 6 seconds out in the lead, but then Niels is 10 seconds away from him. The Mercedes guys are in a league of their own. Like I said, they are really doing very, very well. Let's see though. You know, is this train gonna close up again? Are we gonna see a move made by Checo or F1 Union? Are we going to see a move made back here in the battle of the P6, which is going on 3 seconds down the road from this, as Joshua Jack has gone round. Sasha and Matt have made contact. It's all going on lap 10 here. Joshua Jack hit the wall and has lost his front wing, and Sasha and Matt made just the slightest bit of contact into the hairpin, which slowed them down, and the EXFL Senna all of a sudden is back up into 8th place. He's back up to where he was before, after the incident with Mackenzie, and he will be loving that one. 100% will be loving that one. But this train here, I really want to see something happen between these guys, but they just can't seem to be getting moves on each other. It's really, you know, upsetting when you can see this. Because these guys, oh, Joshua Jack is out. Are we going to have a safety car? It's a virtual safety car. We don't have a full safety car. Oh, we do! Safety car is out on lap 11. I don't think Joshua Jack understands you can't retire you can't crash out after something bad happens to you. He does it a lot. I don't think he understands. So that actually is played into EXFL Senna's hands perfectly because he went into the pitch just as the safety car came out. So yeah, safety car, and that is kind of... Ooh, what's going on here? F1 Union, little scoundrel, what's going on here? Ain't really got much to do here, and I'm probably going to have to go during the safety car because it is creeping up to 1/4 and that is when I have to head off. So, you know, I think Alex streams and also Will streams. So... Right, so yeah, I think Alex streams Asian Gaming is his name is, I think. Will also streams. He is Will Grenard. So yeah, go and watch one of their streams because if you don't want to miss out on anything. So yeah, I'm sorry I have to go. I didn't want to have to do it, but yeah. But yeah, next week we head to Japan, so feel free to join us then. Of course, Tier 2 is on the Thursday. Yeah, Tier 2 is on the Thursday, and Tier 1 on Friday. Friday the 7 PM. So I'm kind of losing the plot now, so it's kind of good that I'm stopping the stream. Anyway, from all of us here at EXFL, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.